Today with a high of 60. Partly cloudy tonight, low 45. 60% chance for rain tomorrow, high 56. Sunny and windy on Wednesday with a high 54. Thanksgiving Day, scattered showers, high 42. And the outlook for Friday, rain likely with a high 45. Overnight low 37. Yesterday's high was 56. Currently, humidity at 96%. Winds are out of the south at 5 miles an hour. Pressure at 29.78. Right now, sunshine and 39 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
Good morning.
What an eventful weekend.
For
lots of weekend.
Lots of reasons.
A lot going on in downtown Fairfield this weekend.
Yeah.
That's the voice of Bruce Reeves, our guest this morning. Bruce, thank you for being in.
It's
Appreciate
a pleasure
it.
to be here.
Over there's Mark Turner, and right here's Mike Dreeth, and I'm glad to be here.
Stores were packed yesterday in downtown Fairfield.
Yes.
There was traffic all over town.
I'm trying to run through our. We had lunch at Classic. We came down, said hi at your place.
Yeah.
Actually, when she wasn't looking, I got a Christmas gift for her that you're holding on to down there.
I've got it.
And we went to Amber Marie's.
Unless I decide I want to give it to somebody first.
There you go. Yeah.
We went to the what's the name of the place that's across from Christie's that took over where the hub was? We went there. I wish I knew the name of that place.
Is it the Willow Tree?
Willow
No.
Tree.
We went to the Willow Tree too.
I saw you
This
coming
is
out of
The corner?
yes, is it, right on the corner.
Yeah.
That's not the Willow Tree. The Willow Tree.
No, that's
is,
the corner.
That's what's called the corner.
I believe it's called the corner.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
third base.
I bet it's a corner infielder though.
So we went to the Willow Tree. We went to Christie's. I saw her eyeing some things that I know that I have to follow up and go there. We went to B-Way. I think she's focused in on the kitchen she wants when we remodeled the kitchen from B-Way. We went to Kincaid's for a little while. I'm trying to think of all the different places.
Good for you.
Yeah, we really
have,
pretty much covered the landscape.
I have spent a lot of time at Kincaid's over the last week.
I'll bet you have.
Yeah.
Well, I dropped by my monthly gift to them while we were there shopping. We're still renovating, as you did a lot of work last week.
Well, I didn't do a lot of work. All I did was some painting, but the guys at West Construction did a great job.
Oh, good.
So
let's get to the monster under the bed.
let's get to the nitty gritty.
The gorilla in the room.
Yeah.
It's funny now, but it wasn't funny then, I'm sure.
Oh,
You didn't know, I didn't realize Chewbacca was out there.
Yeah.
I had no
Chewbacca
idea.
the deer.
Chewbacca
And the guy that did the play-by-play on the Hindenburg. Also, both.
the humanity.
All right,
Or was
so-
that Les Nessman?
No, there was no winner of the
No
Hawkeye.
flying turkeys.
Well, you
No
know, in the
flying
turkey
turkeys.
drop, he says, "Oh, the humanity."
He did.
Yes,
He did
does.
say that.
So I'm up in my my tree on Friday night, one of my trees, and it gets dark, and I have a restraint system, a harness and everything, but I missed a step.
Did you fall asleep? Or
No,
you
I
miss
did
a
not.
step?
No,
Okay.
I was on my way in. It was dark. Missed a step, and don't remember much after that, except for the thud of hitting the ground about 10 feet. You have this sort of what's broken. I mean, the feeling, the assessment.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
is working and what isn't working on my body. Okay. I got up. I grabbed my gun, but I apparently left my phone blew free as well as my glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Glasses are broke. Got to go up and see Dr. Stoddard today to get them fixed. I wandered in. I then became paralyzed with the fear that Carol would look. She was working out of town. And see my phone. We can track each other on our phones, not
Yeah.
because we don't trust each other, but just it's a value
It's
to
a
know
safety thing. Yeah.
that my phone would be still out there at the tree, and it'd be dark.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm still disoriented, but I go out with a light. And I don't find my glasses, but I find my my phone. And my father-in-law, who I went to the house there, said, "Where's your glasses?" And they're somewhere out in the forest. So he took me to the emergency room. They were great at FMH. They got to me. I have the only thing that I can tell, besides being incredibly sore, and Carol will not let me go back to the tree to find out what failed.
You know he's got a volume. He's on a volume discount plan at the hospital.
I'm sure he is, yes. Well, look at it this way. You didn't have to jump up and look around to see who saw you fall because
Yeah.
there wasn't anybody else around.
Whenever something like that happens to me, what's the first thing you do?
Look to see if
You
anybody...
look around to see if anybody saw you.
That's
Well, there was
right.
nobody in the forest to do that. But of course, then I did have my phone. So that I could record
Yeah.
the whole thing. And we'll give you another shot. Listen to that here before.
He was he was looking around to see if any deer were watching.
Yeah.
I was hoping to land on one. Anyway, so here's what's going to happen. What's going to happen is I'm going to make this into a win-win. First of all, I'm grateful that I wasn't hurt badly. My eyes, I broke a blood vessel in one of my eyes because I hit so hard my head and my back. Mm-hmm. So I'm having some struggles
I
reading
imagine you're
things.
pretty sore today.
I'm very sore. I'm grateful that nothing worse didn't, befall me.
Uh-huh.
But, you might be able to hear. This was my phone in my pocket. It hurt.
I'll bet it did.
Oh, the humanity.
There you go, right there.
What's the deal with Chewbacca?
Chewbacca was right there. I didn't realize it. Where does the Chewbacca go to the bathroom? In the forest.
Was that Chewbacca or was that Bigfoot?
I never thought about that. It could have been Bigfoot. Anyway, that was in the background when I landed. So anyway, here's the win-win. This is the win-win out of this. Carol forbade my continuing to hunt. I already had 2 deer from archery, so I'm okay. I'm not going to climb up in that tree. I have now started the design for the mother of all tree houses. A tree stand with heavy construction. Okay?
Yeah.
With a platform. Possibly HBO. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to have a movie service.
Well, you need
but at least an easy, but at least
TV service.
at least big enough for an easy boy to be put up there
Yeah, there you go.
with staircase.
Just
she
lean
can,
back and
yeah. The staircase will get with a rail, a handrail.
Sure. You need
I'm not getting
handrail.
younger.
why
okay.
don't you get an elevator? If
That's
you're
a
going
little-
to make one with, you might as well, you might as well do an
Just-
elevator.
or
It's costly.
Build a deer blind on the ground, put in hot and cold running water, a bathroom, and a stove, and
You won't ever have to leave.
you won't have to leave.
Well, I seriously
Don't forget
going-
the old army cot.
I will be I will be working, and in the spring there will be a safer platform for me to hunt
That's a
from.
good idea.
That's not a bad idea.
No, that's a good idea.
So it's a
That really is.
win-win.
All right.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
Maybe
So,
this design will catch on, and other folks will borrow the design.
possibly.
Did you get Frankie Valli in here for this?
Yeah.
He's a falsetto.
So he
Wait
can
for
read
it,
news
wait for
too.
That's
Oh,
cool.
isn't that wonderful? Joe DiMaggio was born on this date.
Joltin'
The
Joe.
Yankee
huh?
Clipper.
You got both of them right. That's what he was called. He's also called Mr. Coffee there for a while.
Yeah.
American baseball player, obviously. Center fielder for the Yankees. 13-year career. Not that long of a career in terms of length, but boy, did he do some things,
Yes.
including the all-time consecutive game hit record.
56.
56.
Yeah, and the day after he went hitless, he hit 15, hitting 15 straight games after that.
There you go. And he, he was an elegant, skilled athlete in center field. He just glided underneath
Apparently
the ball.
pretty skilled off the field, too. Wasn't he married to Marilyn Monroe?
Well, that's
for
where
a
I'm
bit?
going. Trust me, I'm going there. By the way, his mom and dad, Keene, they were one of several thousands of Germans, Japanese, and Italians that were classified as enemy aliens by the government. In fact, his dad lost his ability to work on his fishing boat in San Francisco during the war. So, I mean, that would bring some bitterness, I would think.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, he married Marilyn Monroe. The couple had a huge fight immediately after the skirt blowing up scene. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah,
the
in,
Some
famous
Like It Hot.
Some Like It Hot,
Some
yeah.
Like It Hot. Well, no. Actually, the film was The 7-Year Itch.
I thought it was Some Like It Hot.
I don't know. It's,
Okay,
it's,
well,
it's in
Okay,
this.
7-Year Itch.
It's in the
Okay,
7-Year
well,
Itch.
Okay.
In front of Manhattan's. It's the Translux 52nd Street Theater. The director wanted it. Joe did not.
And I think, if I remember right, didn't Joe, wasn't he on the set of a lot of the
Yes,
movies?
yeah, he was on the
came
set
to
of this
set
one.
a lot of times.
Billy
yes.
Wilder was the one that came up with the idea. The couple then had a yelling battle after that occurred. They divorced. He tried to get back together with her after her failed marriage with Arthur Miller.
Yeah.
Arthur Miller.
Arthur Miller, yes.
According to DiMaggio's attorney, DiMaggio was not happy with the people that she was hanging around, namely the Kennedys. After she died, every day a fresh bouquet of roses would go to her grave from Joe D.
Yeah.
And of course, he was known for being Mr. Coffee. He sold a lot of coffee. Also, Percy Sledge, born on this date in 1940. American R&B artist. The big hit, When a Man Loves a Woman. That was number one.
Yep.
Had a number of other hits, but not as big as that. That was the number one hit by far. And John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr., this was his birthday. Of course, he was a journalist and the oldest child of JFK and Jackie.
Probably one of the most
No, not that. I mean, the
Iconic.
daughter. The daughter's
Yeah.
the oldest. He's the youngest.
probably one of the most iconic photos of him saluting.
Saluting.
Probably that one
Yeah.
and the end of World War II when
The
the
kiss
sailor
at
is
the-
kissing the nurse. Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you, I was 63, so I would have been. I was in kindergarten when JFK was killed, and so I watched. I mean, that was the first time that America mourned at the theater of television. Quite honestly,
Mourned en masse.
and I took it all in, but I didn't even understand it until like the late '60s. I saw a replay of the stuff that happened during the assassination. And when he steps forward and does the salute as the casket goes by, I lost it.
Oh yeah.
I was a teenager, and then I came to understand what had occurred, and it really, really bothered me a great deal.
That's one of the moments in your lifetime you can remember where you were or what you were doing
Absolutely.
when it happened.
Yeah.
Just like 9/11.
The
9/11, the Challenger disaster.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
This was so tragic the way he died. He took a risk. He really hadn't been scoped out on nighttime flying of a small plane, and he was flying to Martha's Vineyard. And,
Yeah.
apparently got confused and died along with his wife and his sister-in-law. And so JFK Jr. was born on
I
this
read
day.
an article about JFK. He had a back brace because he had back trouble.
Right.
And the first shot went through his shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and the back brace held him up. He couldn't
Oh,
John
yeah.
Connolly ducked down under the,
right.
and Kennedy could not because of the back brace.
Connolly got hit by the magic
bullet.
Yeah.
But yeah, President Kennedy couldn't duck because he had a back brace on.
Well, his I think we all suffered again when Junior died. It
Yes.
was just horrible.
That was tragic.
All right, on this date in 1867, Alfred Noble patented dynamite. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
In
He
1867.
Yeah. Hence the Nobel Peace Prize.
There, you think that's what it was? I
Well,
don't.
same guy.
Is it the same
Yeah.
guy, Alfred Noble?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
didn't know
he
that either.
instituted the Nobel Peace Prize.
Son of a gun. 1857 1957 U.S. President Dwight Eisenhower suffered a stroke on this date. 1976, O.J. Simpson rushed for 273 yards against the Detroit Lions. O.J., the juice.
The
Yeah.
Jews.
Yeah, boy, there's a lot of stories there.
How the mighty have fallen.
Yes. In 1986, Ronald Reagan and Attorney General Edwin Meese revealed that profits from the secret arms sales to Iran had been diverted to the Nicaraguan freedom fighters. That was a big deal in the
Iran
second
Contra.
That
semester.
was.
Yes.
1961 in music history, the Everly Brothers were indicted, or they were inducted into the U.S. Marines together. I didn't realize the Everly Brothers were Marines.
I didn't know that either.
In 1962 or 63, the Everly Brothers made $32 million from record sales.
Well, that means they got out of the Marines because they went in 61.
Yeah. But
But maybe
Yeah.
the records went
the
crazy.
record
yeah.
sales, $32 million.
And in 1997, Garth Brooks put out his seventh album called Sevens,
Yeah.
appropriately,
Yeah.
on this date. So that's a look at the bucket of bunk. We have a question of the day. Now, this got a little controversial, so I'm going to explain it when we get to it. But our question of the day, most area school districts have approved tentative increases to their property tax rate. In general, do you support increased funding for local education? It's a complex question, but we're going to explain it to you and to give you the results of our poll from the weekend. After we come back, we're with Bruce Reeves on Morning Coffee.
At Amazon this holiday, our Black Friday sale has new deals all day. There'll be more, and more.
Woohoo! I love it all!
Amazon's Black Friday sale, delivering all you need for less. November 28th through 29th.
And now more Straight Talk from Straight Talk. The big wireless guys try to saddle you with expensive wireless plans because that's how they earn big commissions.
Saddled? What am I, a horse?
No, you are not. That's why with Straight Talk Wireless, you get our unlimited plan for just $45 a month with 25 gigs at high speeds. No contract, no saddle.
Oh, like a wild wireless stallion.
Uh-huh, sure. Switch today and get America's best networks for up to half the cost. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
Savings may vary. See straighttalk.com.
You're young and you think you're pregnant and you've never felt more alone. You might not know it, but the Compassion Pregnancy Center on Fairfield's West Side is ready to help you. The Compassion Pregnancy Center offers pregnancy tests, ultrasounds, prenatal information, parenting classes, and counseling, all free of charge. Call the center at 842-2525, or you can go to their website and chat 24/7. The Compassion Pregnancy Center thinks you're important, and they're here to help you.
At FNB, we believe in us, not us, the bank, us, the farmers, us, the families, us, the community. That's why we continuously and proudly support, invest in, and volunteer throughout our region. So whether you're from Fairfield, Wayne City, Sisney, Grayville, or anywhere in between, you'll always find a friendly and helpful neighbor right here at home. FNB, Banking Business Life. Member FDIC.
It's here. The Big Deal Store is online and waiting for you to shop and buy gift certificates to local businesses. Go to your station's website, WFIWradio.com, and click on Big Deals. Here you'll find dozens of gift certificates for places like Three Chicks Fudgery, Act Tire and Auto, Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center, and Bullard's Farm Market and Bakery. You can shop 24 hours a day and save tons of money in the process. But you better hurry. You never know how long each deal will last.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another time capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when a TWA jumbo jet was hijacked over Greece?
They are beating the passengers. They are threatening to kill them now. We want the fuel immediately.
The terrorists kept 150 passengers hostage for 17 days. In the NBA, the Lakers finally beat the Celtics, and Patrick Ewing went #1 in the draft. Andy North won his second U.S. Open, and all these winners were new on the radio.
Love to me.
All these songs came out together, but when? The answer and a little taste of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
June 1985. Every time you go away.
Paul Young and Every Time You Go Away, the top song of June 1985. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another time capsule.
My two boys are quite the pair. Last week, they decided to see who could do the best dive into a giant pile of leaves. Let's just say I'm glad we have a family plan from Health Alliance. I know we're all covered if anything happens. They also offer free virtual visits, so I can hop on my phone with a doctor instead of waiting at the ER. Need coverage for your family? Then get insurance for real life. Get Health Alliance. Find your plan at healthalliance.org/plans.
Wake up breakfast at McDonald's with our tasty morning highlights, like a sizzling sausage biscuit and hash browns for just $1.50. You can't miss. And don't forget to show out with any size Coke for only $1, because McDonald's and breakfast is always a winning combination. Wake up breakfast and score a delicious sausage biscuit and hash browns for only $1.50, and any size soft drink for just $1. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
We're back, and we're talking about the question of the day. And now let me be honest and say this is sort of a mixed bag question, okay? The mixed bag of it is that we have reported, and everybody else sees, that there's increases in the tax rate for most of the school districts. And that doesn't necessarily mean an increase in your tax bill. Let me just, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the rate has to be judged against what the overall assessed valuation is of the county or the area where you are, your property in particular. In fact, I know for a fact, District 112, the grade school district last year, had an increase in its tax rate, and I paid less. So I'm just telling you that one does not equate to the other. Generally, what we asked, do you support local education? And we had 317 votes, pretty sizable. 58% of the people said no, they do not support increased funding for education. But I think it's pretty interesting that we got such a huge amount of people that say they do. I mean, out of 317 votes, we had 184 say no and 133 say yes. Well, they do support it.
I think a lot of people are a little gun shy after all the situation with the lottery and the gambling in Illinois.
They're gun shy of what the money's going to be used for.
Well, there's a lot of that in the comments. Sheila said no, not until expenditures are examined, budgets are cut, consolidation happens, and the districts operate as a business. When you talk about local education, it always comes up whether or not we should consolidate. There are a couple, 3 or 4 comments that focused on not consolidation of, say, a Wayne County school, but more of a
Fairfield
community
school
Feeder schools to the high school.
Right.
Community
Instead
unit
of
district.
having a Jasper, a Jeff, a New Hope, and a
Center
junior
Street.
high and Northside school district, and a high school district, instead of 5, let's just have 1. I think that's what people are trying to say.
That would make sense.
If you look at your local property tax bill, the 2 biggest on it, we each have, everyone here has at least 2 districts that we pay to. Okay.
Yeah, high school and a grade school.
And they're both the biggest on the property tax.
Yeah.
Now, how much would that decrease if both of those were consolidated into one item on my?
I don't know that it would decrease at all.
I don't know that it would decrease. But
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
See,
It would be-
Marty says currently.
Plus, you'd have to look at cutting personnel and.
Sure. Marty said currently the local counties of Edwards, Hamilton, Richland, White, and Lawrence, as well as Wabash, also are having, they've passed the 1% facility tax as of August of 2018. So a lot of people make comments about this sales tax, which didn't pass here. It
did not pass here. It did not. But
really bad, Bruce? Do you know?
I don't remember, but it was pretty substantial.
So, I mean, so let's just talk about that for just a second. I'm not going to get deep in the woods on this issue, but a 1% sales tax would capture everybody that comes to Fairfield that is here because they're, an athlete at Frontier. If you're here to see, we could have gotten into the pocketbooks of all those jerks from Marquette.
Or Mater Dei.
Or Mater Dei.
Excuse me. Either one.
The Mater Dei fan.
Only if they'd have had beer at Casey's.
Yeah.
But we could have got into their pocketbook if they would have bought stuff here.
1% facility tax would be more fair because then everybody would participate.
Oh, yeah.
Because in property taxes, people the rent don't pay.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, that and
Yeah,
here's
not every-
theoretically,
everybody plays-
not
pays
everybody
in property
plays
taxes.
it pays in a property tax situation.
and the problem is you'd want the school districts to promise that they'd use that for the facilities. Okay. You understand what I'm saying?
that's the general idea.
Okay, but
Yeah.
but we saw with the school districts know what it's like with the city when it comes to promises on TIF. Okay?
Yes, they do.
So
Yes.
I mean, that's another problem involved in this.
Yeah.
Anyway, there are a lot more comments here. There were people in support. There are people that are upset about the state, about the lottery, which was supposed to take care of a lot of these
Right.
things. There's, but there's a lot of support for a straight sales tax, not even tied to facilities, just a straight
straight sales.
1% sales tax. Go ahead.
Good
Get on
morning.
phone.
You're on Morning Coffee.
Good morning. I've got it's not your question of the day, but it's mine, and it's kind of directed to Mr. Mike.
Okay. All right.
High school basketball from the past.
Yes.
I imagine Bruce has heard of him. Oh, Oakville Rockets had that he was almost 7-footer, Gail Wolf.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Played
1970, my oldest brother said, you know what, Gary? It's a one-class system. He goes, someone that dominant, he might lead them to Samley Hall. I said, and I got a question for Mike or Bruce. Where did he go to college? Nobody around here knows where he...
I don't know.
I don't either. Was Coach Luchtefeld there at that time?
Okay.
I'm asking you. Was Coach Luchtefeld at Oakville at that time?
Yeah.
Was he? Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I remember Wolf, but I don't remember where he went to
I don't know
school.
where he went to school.
Maybe
But
we can
Mike-
find that out.
Mike, that's kind of Oakville, somewhat down around your stomping ground.
Right. Well, it's on the way home. Let's put it that way. And I got to know Coach Luchtefeld became a state senator, and a great guy, and his sons
Yeah.
were really good. He had one went to St. Louis U and played basketball there. Ryan Lechtefeld, if I'm not mistaken.
They say that Dave was one heck of a guy.
Oh, he's a great guy, a super guy. In fact, it's really sad what happened. They gerrymandered the Senate districts and made a little bump in it so that he was out of his district, but across the street
Was his district.
was his district. So I mean, they feared him enough that they gerrymandered the districts to get rid of him. Quite honestly, as a state senator.
Maybe Mark has heard of. Do you remember Kevin Renegarby for Oakville?
Oh, the name is familiar.
Yeah, in the 80s.
You know, would have been late 80s for me. If he was early 80s, then I probably. But the name is familiar from the past.
That's a great rivalry between Oakville and Nashville.
Oh yeah,
they're right next to each other. Both great old basketball schools with rich history of state tournament action. And Lechtefeld is one of the great. I believe he had over 700 wins as a high school coach, and that's a pretty high strata.
Sure is.
And I like your guest, Mr. Bruce. I like him.
Well,
thank you. I appreciate
we like having him here as well. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gary.
Right.
Take care, Gary.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Did you get another call there or not?
Somebody.
Yeah. Anyway, so back, and I'll wrap this up. I think I got a text, if I'm not mistaken, from a listener. And the sales tax, bound by law to use only on facilities or reduced bond debt, checked annually by the auditor. So, I mean, there's some talk, especially in this, the results here. I saw it 3 or 4 times.
Well, case in point for the sales tax, Johnston City.
Yeah.
Look at their facilities.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Great.
Well, I'm going to tell you, even without it, thank you very much, Tom. I don't expect Tom to fetch my coffee, but he did go and get my coffee. That was nice of him. I think I appreciate that comment, because then that takes it all out of, even without this tax, or a proposal of a sales tax, I don't know how we could have a nicer football facility than what we have right now.
I don't even know. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's a beautiful facility.
It was needed.
But for a moment, just think about this. Now, here's what I think school people would say to you. If you brought the sales tax in, we could back out what we spend on facilities, and we could cut the sales tax. I know that we've been sold that before by the state, but I'm just saying that would be, if there was some assurance of that happening, I think you'd have some support.
I think you're right. You would, but it'd have to be.
It'd have to be
ironclad.
In blood.
You couldn't change it.
I agree. Well, anyway, so there. I mean, I think we covered that. Both sides now.
Yeah, I think so.
From win and lose, and then somehow, it's Live Solutions. I recall. I've been singing a lot since I fell out of the tree. You know what I mean? Okay. Well, hey, the big Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade's coming up.
It's Thursday.
That's Thursday.
My granddaughter from Flora and her mother are going to be in the Macy's Day Parade.
Doing what? Just walking in?
They're marching with a dance group. They're going to be. They think they're going to be right in front of the Santa Claus, which is towards the end of the
now,
parade.
here's the thing. Here's the problem. Weather may bring those balloons down. They might not have. Can you imagine Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade without the balloons?
Has it ever happened? I'm sure it probably has.
Probably has.
Yeah, it probably
but there's
have.
a
I
cold
don't
front
remember.
coming through, and they're talking about
pretty high winds.
22-mile-an-hour winds. They can't sustain that.
No.
They'll blow away.
Not in the canyons on Fifth Avenue.
Yeah, because it's like a wind tunnel down
Yes,
through
it
there.
is. It sure is.
So that's something to keep in mind. Some current forecasts make it sound like that, and that's the big deal, right?
Mm-hmm. That is the big deal.
Yeah, it is. Sure.
All right. Thanksgiving dinner this year costs about a penny more than last year, according to a study.
Isn't it like $48, $49 for a 16-person meal? Is that about right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think I heard that the other day, yeah.
$49 to feed a family of 10.
Okay, well.
Okay, that's
the extended family, obviously.
$4 and $4.90. That's a pretty cheap meal, really.
I'm glad you did that because I
I'm glad you
wasn't
did.
going to try it.
It's the 34th
and
annual survey.
Don't forget, you got leftovers too.
Yeah, you don't eat it all. You've got 2 or 3 more meals.
There's
turkey salad,
a list of
turkey pizza.
Turkey pizza.
Wow, turkey pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I've never
put
had
turkey
turkey
on
pizza.
pizza.
Yeah, you take your cranberry, put it on the crust.
Yeah.
Then you throw a little stuffing on top of there. Then you throw the turkey on, some cheese, and cover it with gravy.
You know what? The Farm Bureau says.
He totally ignored that.
I know, he went right over it, boy.
The Farm Bureau says that turkey prices are at their lowest level in nearly a decade. Huh.
Everybody's raising turkeys.
Is the WFIW turkey drop in the future?
Yeah, there we go.
I'll be wearing my WFIW turkey drop shirt because you and I are going to be here with Tom on Thursday morning.
Yes,
we're
we
going to
will.
actually have the show. And my wife got me a turkey drop
Yes,
shirt.
we will. We'll have the show on Thursday.
Yes, you'll be here. And
Yes,
we'll be happy
we
to be
will.
here. We'll be pleased to be able to be there as people are cooking. So anyway, I'm speaking for myself and that.
Well, you get out of washing dishes and
that's true.
You can't run to the wall. Well, I guess you could. I don't know if Walmart's open or not.
Oh, they're open.
I bet it is.
I'm
you could
sure
make
they
trips
are.
to Walmart to pick up something you forgot.
Yep.
List of a dozen items, including turkey, stuffing, sweet potatoes, cranberries, pumpkin pie with whipped cream, coffee and milk. That was on the menu that is down.
Okay.
Up a penny.
You know whipped cream's poison, don't you?
Well, it is to some people.
Yes, it is.
But tell me about it.
Whipped cream, Dream Whip, Cool Whip. That's poison.
I think I put hot chocolate into this coffee.
Having mocha?
Yeah, either that or my taste buds are also out of whack. Here's a sports commentator got himself in trouble over the weekend.
Wasn't me.
No, it wasn't. He inadvertently incurred the wrath of comic book and movie fans alike with a failed reference on Saturday. While giving color commentary on the fourth quarter of the Ohio State-Penn State game, which was a good game, Fox analyst Joel Klatt made reference to the Buckeye defense as playing, quote, against Superman and the Avengers, end of quote.
Oh.
Why do you think
Yeah.
that would be
I
a
know.
faux pas?
What's that
Two
co-
different companies, right? One's
Yeah.
the Marvel and one's the. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's two different
see.
companies. Yeah.
But what would be wrong with? I mean, why would you people would get upset about that?
I have.
It would be Superman in the Justice League, not Superman in the Avengers.
Well, excuse me.
Okay.
It's like it's like they said. It's like saying Darth Vader and the members of the Enterprise are on the other side of the field.
Oh, brother.
Well, it wouldn't be
Anyway.
Darth Vader and the members of the Enterprise. It would Darth Vader and the Klingons, or the Romulans.
That would really be a mix.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that bothering Jeff a great deal?
No, he says I'm speaking his language
Yeah.
now.
The Romulans and the Klingons and Darth Vader all together.
Yeah.
But the Ohio State-Penn State game was about the only interesting game on TV
Yeah.
Saturday. The rest of them were.
I thought Illinois was pretty interesting.
Yeah, they played Michigan State pretty tough. But
Iowa. They played Iowa.
Iowa.
It was a
I'm
good
sorry,
game.
yeah.
We're going this.
They played Iowa
We're going
pretty
Saturday.
tough.
Yeah, for Northwestern.
Yeah,
Senior day.
actually going the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and the game means something.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
it does.
It sure does.
When's the last time you could say that?
They're in a bowl already, but they're fighting for bowl.
Yeah, well, you up the chain.
Status, I guess.
Yeah, status. They get a better bowl. Yeah, if they win.
So we're going to go do that Saturday.
I'll be watching some sports on Saturday too.
You think it's going to be cold up there?
It's
always cold in Champaign.
It's always cold.
It's always cold in Champagne.
I'm going to have to dress
Yeah,
accordingly.
even in August, it's cold in Champagne.
Because that wind, because it's always blowing out of the north in Champagne.
Yeah,
for
and it
some
blows
reason.
right in.
And it blows that horseshoe and just circles.
Yeah. And it never rains vertically in Champagne. It's all horizontal.
Isn't that the truth? Hey, after the game,
Yeah.
go to Alexander's and eat.
Alexander's.
Yeah.
And what is it?
It's a cook-your-own steak place.
I don't think my wife will do that.
Well, they'll for an extra $2 or so, they can cook it for you. But
well, no, I mean,
steaks are about-
she's going
you
to
get
say, "I do this at home for you."
You get to go to
I
the
mean,
cooler and pick it out.
Oh my! You go to
yeah.
the cooler. Oh,
Yeah.
right.
You don't even actually. I'd like to see you go to the cow before it's slaughtered. I want this cow right here. I want the ribeye from this guy. Okay.
Oh yeah, well, we got to get trivia.
No, we do. Okay. Well, then I'll get to trivia. Weather is the
I just
trivia.
happened to glance at the time.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
getting, it's
that
getting away
getting
from
away
us.
from us.
Well, we've had a fun time. So here's the trivia. It's all in weather. Okay?
Whether or what?
Weather.
Whether or not?
Just weather.
Okay, just weather.
Who's on first?
The F scale is how we categorize tornadoes.
Mhm.
What is the F0 wind speed? You understand? I mean,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
F5 is this. What's F0?
F0?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there is a tornado at F0.
Is there really? I didn't know that.
Mhm. Number 2, what is the chemical used to de-ice the roadways? It's the dominant chemical used to de-ice roadways. And I'm not talking about rock salt.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
Okay. Number 3, the Weather Channel is based in which community?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Number 4, the worst tornado in Midwest history ravaged these 3 states in 1925.
I know that one.
I remember my great-grandmother telling me stories about that one.
All
Yeah.
right. Number 5, the lowest temperature in Illinois history occurred this year, January 31st, in Mount Carroll, Illinois. How low did it go?
How low can you go?
All right. Number 6, in which month this past year, did WFIW get a 24-hour measurement of 4.12 inches of rain? Which
Okay,
month?
Which month? Okay.
This year?
This
Yeah,
year.
this year.
This
Okay.
past year. Number 7, in the past 12 months in Fairfield, what is the biggest snowfall? In the last 12 months, the biggest snowfall here.
Okay.
Deepest. Number 8, he has been the dean of Southern Illinois television weather for many years. Name him.
Derek Dunn?
No.
No.
He aspires to that throne. but
Double
it's
D.
not him. Number 9, when is the first day of winter?
Okay.
And number 10, in the Atlantic and Northern Pacific storms, they're called hurricanes. What are they called in the Northwestern Pacific? There you go, buddy. There's 10 questions. All weather related.
All righty.
We'll see if the Peanut Gallery can help you on Morning Coffee when
Might
we
need it.
return.
Post frame buildings continue to pop up all over the area, and at Graber Post Buildings, they've been putting up buildings for over 40 years. Garages, pole barns, storage buildings, workshops, apartments, even indoor basketball courts, and some of the most attractive commercial buildings in the state. Every job is specific and unique to your wants and your needs. Graber Post also has packages for contractors and do-it-yourselfers. So for your next building or roofing project, call for a free quote at Graber Post, 800-264-5013.
If you're hungry for some delicious Deep South barbecue, then go down to the Big Deal store at WFIWradio.com and purchase the $20 gift certificate for only $14.
Hi, this is Heidi Atterbury with People's National Bank. Are you interested in reducing fraud and monitoring your spending anytime, anywhere? Would you like to get an alert when purchases are made or cash is withdrawn on your account? People's National Bank, powered by Visa, can help by customizing real-time text and email alerts to fit your needs. Register your Visa card at peoplesnationalbank.com or stop by your local branch today. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
You'll be rocking the shopping this weekend with Carnaby Girls. Black Friday, save 10% off any black clothing item. Our best bamboo layering tee and leggings will be 20% off. Small Business Saturday, the first 25 customers will receive a Brighton $25 gift card wrapped with your $50 or more purchase. All weekend, coats and outerwear vests and yellow tags are 20% off. Receive free Brighton Snowflake bracelet with your $75 charm, spacer, and bead purchase. Carnaby's rocking. You're shopping. Let's celebrate local together.
Just about 10 minutes before 9 now. And Sheldon Munning has joined us from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler. Good morning, Sheldon.
Good morning, Mark.
So, have a good weekend?
Yes, you guys?
All right. Yeah, it was a great weekend. You know, were you guys busy for the Christmas open house? Oh, you guys weren't open yesterday, were you? So
no,
you had...
it's illegal to sell cars in Illinois.
Oh, okay. All righty.
Is it really?
I'm trying to push legislation through myself for Saturday and Friday as well.
That's because you want the 3-day weekends every week. All right. We are getting ready for Thanksgiving, and folks will be hitting the road come, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday morning. What do you got on the lot that will get somebody to Grandma's house, and how late can they buy on Wednesday if they need something?
Well, we'll be here till, I'm sure, our normal business hours Wednesday, so if you need to get in here by 5 o'clock, and I'm sure if it's after that, we'll hang around too, you know. But, I mean, you could pack everybody and whatever we've got up here. Depends on how many of you have to take to Grandma's house.
All right.
You know?
So if we got a big family, you got any nice vans on the lot for?
Yeah, we've got some nice Pacificas on the ground. We've got some new. I got 119 left that is marked down below employee pricing. A heck of a deal on it. I've got some 20s on the ground. I believe we've got a couple Suburbans as well. You know, if you need the extra room there.
All right. So
maybe you've got 10 or 12 roasters you got to take to Grandma's house or something. You know, you could pile them in the back of the Suburban with all the kids.
Okay. And of course, if you got if you want to do the old WKRP turkey drop, you got a few nice pickups that will hold a few turkeys.
That is correct. And we've got some lifted trucks, you know, I mean, so they set a little higher, I guess, if you're going to drop them just, you know, out of the back of your truck.
Right, yeah, you just push them off the back, and there you go.
I don't think it'll be near as effective as did Les drop them out of a helicopter or an airplane?
Yeah, they did out of a helicopter, so.
Yeah.
All right. Gentlemen, as always, thanks for joining us. The website, lemansonline.com. You can check out the entire inventory.
That is correct. Now, we'll be off Thursday, but we'll be back in here on Friday.
All right. So we'll call you on Friday this week. Does that work for you?
That sounds good.
All right. We'll talk to you then, man.
All right.
All right. Sheldon Munning from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler joins us every Monday and this week, Friday, on the WFIW Morning Show.
Radar Weather is sponsored by Conard Financial Group at 510 West Delaware in Fairfield, with securities offered through Raymond James. Conard Financial Group, investing in the community since 2003.
Before going on vacation, you need to know what to pack. Preparing for your financial future is similar. Without proper planning, you could very well be left out in the cold. I can offer you a variety of investment strategies designed for your specific needs. Call me, Chris Conard, at 842-7855, located at 510 West Delaware in Fairfield. Raymond James Financial Services, member FINRA, SIPC. Life well planned. Give us a like on Facebook.
Your WFIW weather forecast calling for partly cloudy skies today. High 60, partly cloudy tonight, low 45. 60% chance of rain tomorrow, high 56. Sunny and windy on Wednesday with a high 50. And the outlook for Thanksgiving Day, scattered showers, high 42. Overnight low 37. Yesterday's high was 56. Currently, humidity is at 93%. Winds are out of the south at about 7 miles an hour, and the pressure at 29.78. Right now, sunshine 45 at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar looking good as well. Nothing showing up anywhere in the state of Illinois in terms of precipitation. Radar weather brought to you this morning by the Conard Financial Group.
Well, we're back on Morning Coffee. We've given you the questions. And in trivia, number one, the F scale, which is what they use to be able to rate funnels,
right,
tornadoes. The lowest is F0. So can you give me somewhere in that range where you think that would be F0?
I'm going to guess between 65 and 75 miles per hour.
I'm going to go 50 to 75.
Well, it goes 40 to 72.
72, okay.
And that will cause light damage, chimney damage, tree branches broken. That's what F0.
If we ever have an F0 tornado, hopefully my lights will not be damaged because of that.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Number 2. What's the chemical used to de-ice the roadways?
It's not calcium chloride.
Calcium chloride is one of the agents used. That's salt. That's rock salt.
Like some type of sulfate in it.
Anybody out in the gallery?
Anybody?
What did he say? Magnesium chloride? No. It's sodium chloride. And
sodium chloride.
Sodium chloride, yes. And I guess that's the liquid. I mean, when I was behind about a week ago or two, I was behind a state truck making the corner in Sisney, and it was liquid that they were putting out.
They spray that on the curves and the bridges when they know there's
going to be one coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, number 3. The Weather Channel is based in which community?
Atlanta, Georgia.
That's it.
Is it?
That's
Okay.
it. Atlanta.
I didn't
You're
know
right.
that.
That was a CNN thing, too, at one
Yes,
time.
it was. It started, I think, as a CNN thing. The worst tornado in Midwest history traversed these 3 states in 1925.
Missouri, Indiana, and Illinois. Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
I think it ran out of steam not too far from Griffin, Indiana.
Yeah.
Illinois.
It went down through like Murfreesboro and
that
area down through
it
there.
went all the way across to Illinois.
It's the infamous tri-state tornado. That would give you the 3. The fact that it was 3 occurred in March 18th. As early as in spring. March 18th, 1925.
Well, not even spring yet, I don't think.
Not hardly. Yeah.
1925, passing from southern Missouri through Illinois and Indiana, and it left 695 people dead. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Where did it go through in southern Illinois?
Down around Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro.
Oh, yes, it completely flattened Murfreesboro.
On a line down around Marion, Carbondale,
So
Murfreesboro.
Route 13.
Basically Route 13,
and up to Griffin, Indiana.
And the big tornado that came through Marion that, destroyed the Walmart there back in the early 80s.
Yeah.
That actually
kind of the same line.
That was almost
line,
historic call. W3D in Marion did live coverage of that.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, those guys hung tough. They were hanging tough inside the studio, and it was bearing down on them.
We were we were visiting Uncle Dud and Aunt Ivo in Marion at the time. And we were coming back on 13 West, and we looked over in the the median there, and there was a combine sitting in the median.
Oh my!
So we was
lifted
like,
it.
So we turned around and left.
Yeah, I
turned
would
around and
think
went back.
so.
Well, yeah.
Well, that was a bad one. Number 5, the lowest temperature in Illinois history occurred on this date. I'd say occurred this year, January 31st. This past year, during the 2019, the lowest one was recorded in Mount Carmel. Not Mount Carmel, Mount Carroll. How low did it go?
Minus 17.
Minus 25.
It was minus 38.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where was Mount Carroll, Illinois at?
It must be in the northern part of the
state.
state.
It's got to be in the northwest corner somewhere.
By the way, the hottest recorded in 1954, East St. Louis, 117.
Okay.
Okay. What is, in which month did WFIW get a 24-hour measurement of 4.12 inches of rain? What month?
April.
I'm going to go with June.
It was June. Jeff would know that. Geez, I didn't mean to run into the microphone there. Yeah, June. June the 16th, we got 4.12 inches.
Wow.
In the past, that was a heck of a storm. Everything was flooded in town then. So, anyway. In the past 12 months in Fairfield, what is the biggest snowfall in the last 12 months? And what I'm talking about the level.
3 inches.
Yeah, I was going to say 3.5 inches.
What did he say? 5? No, it's 4 inches of snow on January 12th of this year, this past year. Number 8. He has been the dean of Southern Illinois television weather for many years. Name him.
I don't know.
I'm guessing it's not Al Roker.
No, Jim Razor. That's right. He's been there for
WSIL?
WSIL in Harrisburg since 1987.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, just noticed on WSIL, they have now deleted Wayne County as their coverage area.
Really?
Used to be you would see them on there, and it would show the temperature in Fairfield and stuff. They've deleted Wayne County.
It's because WFIW's got it covered.
That's right.
You're probably
That's
right.
Exactly right.
Number 9. When is the first day of winter?
December 21st.
Yeah, December 21st.
Yes, it is. Saturday, December 21st. It's going to be this Saturday. This coming Saturday. In December. Excuse me. All right, and then finally is the Atlantic and Northern. In those areas, they're called hurricanes. What are they called in Northwestern Pacific?
Typhoons.
Typhoons, yeah.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. There you go. You guys are pretty good at weather.
Well,
you weren't bad at all.
Not bad.
Bruce, thanks for being here.
Hey, I enjoy it. I really do. It's a pleasure
All right.
to be invited to come on the program.
I tell you what, when I get my great big old tree stand, I'll let you come up there.
Okay.
I'll have HBO.
All right. Perfect.
Later on.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Alexa, play WFIW.
It's time for classic hits from WFIW.